Hi, I'm Dr. Gia Rosenblum. I'm here today to talk to you about some strategies for coping with stress. The COVID-19 crisis has created a state of overwhelming stress for many people. And one technique I'd like to introduce you to is particularly effective when we're feeling a state of overwhelm that might make us feel shut down or checked out. Um, these are coping tools to help your body and mind get into a calmer state. This coping tool is from a group of techniques commonly called grounding techniques by therapists. They're very useful in that state of shutdown, and they're also useful when you're feeling an intense state of emotion like a panic or anxiety attack. The goal of these techniques is to reground you in the present moment and help you return to a state where you're engaged and not overwhelmed. The first is called the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. In this technique, you're going to be focusing on all of your senses in order. So the first thing you want to do is look around you, take a deep breath, and then begin to name 5 things you see in the environment around you. You don't have to move around, just cast your eyes around the room, around the space, and either out loud or to yourself, name 5 objects that you see. Next, you want to focus on 4 things that you can feel. So a sensation that you're able to get in touch with right from where you are. That might be the fabric of the couch or chair that you're sitting on, the temperature of the air around you, the texture of your clothing, anything that comes within your senses. So 4 of those things. Then you want to focus on 3 things that you can hear. That might be cars driving by in the background. That might be your pet making some sounds, muffled voices from another room. So 3 things you can hear. Next, you want to focus on 2 things you can smell. There might be fragrances in the room. There might be smells from cooking or from a perfume. Doesn't matter what, anything you're able to detect with your nose. And finally, 1 thing you can taste. If you have something available to eat, you can taste it and really focus on that sensation. If you don't have anything available, you can simply try to remember a strong flavor that's familiar to you. The taste of coffee, the taste of mint, the taste of your favorite food, all would be fine and appropriate. If there's nothing available for taste, you can also focus on 1 positive thing you can say about yourself in the moment. So this is called the 5-4-3-2-1 technique, and it can be really helpful. Other techniques in the same toolkit include different strategies for getting all of your senses involved. So the first might be to continue on naming things that you see with your eyes. You can identify objects in the environment that are of a particular color. So you might focus on the color red, the color orange, find objects in your environment and out loud or to yourself, name them. You can also use the colors of the rainbow and try to find 1 object in your environment of each color, going down the list: red, orange, yellow, blue, green, indigo, and violet. We can also use that tactile sense, so the sense of touch. Strong sensations can be really helpful in bringing us out of a negative emotional state. Cold is a really useful one. So getting an ice cube out of the freezer, holding it, letting it melt in your hand, feeling the sensation of cold. Taking a bag of frozen vegetables, holding that cold, feeling that with your hands. If you need a more intense sensation to bring you out of the negative state that you might be in, you can try applying that cold to your neck or to your forehead or the back of your neck. All of that will really invigorate the senses and help you come back into the present moment. Strong but positive smells are another really useful tool. So whether that is a piece of citrus fruit, mint, spices from your spice cabinet, opening the jar of coffee and smelling it, things that you have a positive association to but have a lot of oomph to them can be really helpful also in shifting mood state. The sense of smell is directly connected to some of the more primitive brain centers, so it's really useful when our logical mind is revving and we're trying to get our emotions into a more regulated place. Strong and positive tastes also similarly, so remembering them or taking a bite of a citrus fruit, taking a bite of something strong and intense. You don't want it to be unpleasant or hurtful, like something super spicy, but anything sharp and strong that you find okay or pleasant would be wonderful. You can also try noticing sounds in your environment. So tuning in past your immediate environment can be helpful, listening to sounds off in the distance. Perhaps if you're outside, you can try to notice different bird calls or open a window. Try to tell the different cars that might be going outside your window and see if you can detect one car versus another. All of that starts to bring your focus and attention into your senses and away from your anxiety. When you're in a really heightened emotional state and there's a lot of adrenaline coursing through the body, it can take several rounds of these exercises before your body returns to a calm state. But don't give up. Keep trying. In addition, there are going to be posts about some breathing techniques that you can also try. And hopefully, after a few minutes, you'll start to feel your body come out of that heightened arousal and into a calmer place. I hope that this has been helpful for you today, and I wish you a peaceful rest of your day.